Hey, Bengals fans, welcome back to Cincinnati Bengals Talk. I'm bringing you straight into the latest headlines. And this one, it's big. Germaine Pratt is out. The Bengals are moving on, and the move, while not surprising, is officially in motion. As of now, the release hasn't hit the official wire, but it's expected to drop within hours. This isn't out of left field. If you've been following closely, you probably saw it coming. The Bengals will save $5.8 million in cap space by letting Pratt go, a move that opens up flexibility without necessarily signaling anything about Trey Hendrickson or any other deal just yet. Before we dive deeper into what this means for the roster and future moves, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give the video a like, and tap the bell icon so you never miss the latest Bengals updates. Let's build this community of die-hard fans. Now, back to the news. With mandatory minicamp starting tomorrow, this decision seems timed to avoid unnecessary drama. Pratt likely didn't want to attend. The Bengals probably didn't want him there either. Why go through the motions, or worse, fines, if everyone knows he's not part of the long-term picture? So, the Bengals made the call. Pratt's exit was more of a formality than a surprise. What's truly fascinating is how long the Bengals waited to release Germaine Pratt. The writing was on the wall months ago, yet they held on. And now the criticism is rolling in. Remember, Pratt requested a trade to preserve his 2025 salary. When the league blocked that move and no team stepped up with an offer, the logical move seemed clear: cut ties and move forward. But instead, Cincinnati waited, well past free agency. If this decision had come back in March, that cap space could have already been in play, reshaping parts of the roster before the draft even arrived. And because of that delay, linebacker became a glaring need heading into April. The Bengals addressed it, no doubt, using a second-round pick on Demetrius Knight Jr. and grabbing Barrett Carter in the fourth. These weren't just depth picks. Cincinnati had day 2 grades on both, and there's a clear vision for them. Expect Knight to step right into the starting lineup. He's built for it. Meanwhile, Carter might challenge for that Akeem Davis-Gaither hybrid role, a key piece in Lou Anarumo's system. And don't sleep on Oren Burks either. His versatility and special teams experience make him a valuable chess piece on this evolving defense. Let's be honest, everyone saw this coming. Germaine Pratt's release wasn't a surprise. What is surprising is how long it took. Fans and analysts alike have been asking, why the delay? Sure, the timing lines up with minicamp. The Bengals likely wanted to make the move before mandatory practices began. But couldn't this have happened months ago, before the draft, before free agency, before all the speculation? Now that he's on the open market, the next question is, where does Pratt land? Some say the Colts make sense, but don't be surprised if a few under-the-radar teams come calling. Whether he signs quickly or waits for the right fit remains to be seen. And as his chapter in Cincinnati closes, it's worth looking back on what defined it. The 2021 and 2022 seasons. That's where Pratt made his mark. Big-time tackles, clutch moments, energy that lifted the defense when it mattered most. He spent 6 seasons wearing stripes, but those 2 years were the peak of his impact. That's the legacy fans should remember, not the delayed release or off-season drama. For 2 seasons, Germaine Pratt played like a force in the Bengals linebacker room, and for that, he'll always have a place in the team's recent rise. If there's one play that stamped Germaine Pratt's name into Bengals history, it was that interception against Derek Carr. The moment he picked off that pass, sealing Cincinnati's first playoff win in over 30 years, the city erupted. It wasn't just a game changer. It was a legacy moment, and it happened right at home, inside Paycor Stadium. But that wasn't his only defining moment. In 2022, with the Bengals on the ropes against the Chiefs, it was Pratt who punched the ball out of Travis Kelce's hands, stopping what looked like a game-winning drive. Another massive play on the biggest stage, showing his ability to rise in pressure-packed moments. Then there's the other side of his story, the frustration, the late-season unraveling in 2023. The Bengals defense gave up massive yardage in that forgettable loss to the Steelers. When asked post-game about missed tackles, Pratt's now infamous response, "Not that much, just quick game," became a moment of disbelief for many. Despite leading the team in tackles, the year didn't go as expected. The defense collapsed, the playoff hopes evaporated, and in many ways, that collapse may have marked the end not only of Pratt's time in stripes, but of defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo's as well. Still, when fans look back, it's those game-turning plays in the postseason, the fire, and the leadership that will define Germaine Pratt's legacy in Cincinnati. For better or worse, he was part of the Bengals' most memorable moments in recent history. As minicamp kicks off and the Bengals head into a crucial stretch of the offseason, more storylines are sure to unfold. New faces stepping up, returning leaders speaking out, and questions about the roster slowly taking shape. The post-Germaine Pratt era begins now, and as this team reshapes its identity, both on and off the field, every practice and every press conference will offer a clearer picture of what's next for Cincinnati. Plenty more to come, from key voices in the locker room to unexpected names making noise during camp. The road to the 2025 season is just getting started, and for the Bengals, every move matters.